How do? Hope you're fine and well. I'm just here in my local woodland. I'm filming a video about my experiences with the Canon R6 after its first month. So I thought I'd try and wander around, see what I can find as well. I'm not really expecting anything, to be honest. Oh, there's no fog or mist for a start. It's about an hour after sunrise and the light is already starting to get a bit patchy, so it's not ideal. Regards to expectations, and this is what I'm here to talk to you about in this video. Last weekend I went to the Lake District. I filmed a video at Borrowdale where I captured some of the early signs of autumn, not quite at peak. But then later on around dinner time I ventured down to Buttermere and I was planning on climbing a couple of fells, part of the Buttermere ridge, and I managed it. But at the start of the session, it was about 1 o'clock, the light was pretty good. I was expecting to come away with some nice decent images. The clouds were broken, the light was beaming down and created some nice patches on the fells. I was hoping for a good black and white day. So I'm now going to show you a short film of my adventures during that day. Remember, I'm expecting a good session, and this is how it turned out. I think we're in for a special treat today. Why have I said that? Probably not, have we? Probably all gone to pot. But I'm saying that because I think we're going to get blessed with some nice light, nice pools of light I like, dancing on the fells. And I'm at Buttermere today. It's quite a late start, it's about dinner time. Basically what I've done, I've continued from last time you saw me where I was playing with the light and a bit of woodland and the silver birch. So I'm at Buttermere and I've already passed the iconic scene of Fleetwood Pike and haystacks with the pine trees at the bottom of the frame. It's quite obvious why it's an iconic shot, because it's lovely actually. It's a nicely balanced image and I couldn't resist. It's funny actually because this location doesn't get the light until around mid to late morning, depending on what time of year it is of course, and I think I've just managed to capture it, the light just hitting the pine trees. Got to get one in the bag. So I've climbed Scarth Gap Pass and I'm heading towards High Crag and hopefully High Stile. I say hopefully because you never know what might happen. So not a bad little start that. Come away with a decent shot, some nice light, and the expectations were still looking good as I started my climb up to High Crag. And then I noticed the clouds were rolling in. I thought, this is good, bit of mood here. behind me is my next destination, and that's High Stile. I'm currently at High Crag. You can see there it's definitely clagged in and it's heading towards me. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. I'm hoping it will pass, and no doubt it will, because looking north, there's some nice light going on. Wow. And it's got a bit chilly and the wind has picked up. Right. I've got to go. I've got about, so quick look against the sunlight. Right, it's 3 o'clock. It gets dark in 3 hours. Got to get there and back, and hopefully reel off some shots. As quickly as the clag lifted, within minutes it returned. The route is littered with cairns, giving some guidance, but the summit of High Stile sits on a small outcrop which just juts out to the north with steep drops either side of it. I felt disorientated, and the aim was to quickly gather my senses and return along the ridge back to High Crag for the descent. 5:30, about an hour's worth of light left. I'm just glad to get off the top of the mountain, because totally clagged in and it impacted my orientation, if I was honest. I've got GPS, but still I had to check, and I'm pleased I'm down. Photography, forget it, safety first. I'm just glad I'm here. Yeah, and it's totally clagged in, there's no direct light. There's a bit of moodage floating around top of haystacks. I might have a go at that, we'll see, but wow, yeah. So was that deemed as a failure? Not really, because as you know I combine my sessions currently with bagging some fells, and if I come away with some decent images, bonus. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. What was priority on that day was getting down from the mountain. I did lose a bit of orientation despite me having GPS. I remember I was at the top of the ridge and the weather just fell in, it started to rain. I rushed back to High Crag, where I knew from that point, I knew exactly where I was. But yeah, I shot a couple of images, but nothing worthy, nothing decent really. But this is it, isn't it really? This is the story of landscape photography. Expectations usually, or sometimes I say, outweigh reality. The truth is that more often than not, you're not going to come away with something decent, and it's accepting that. Anyway, on to next week's vlog. Hopefully I'll be sharing with you my experiences of my Canon R6 today. Till then, keep smiling, look after yourself. Bye bye for now.